everybody, it's Kim the Crafty Nomad, and I'm back with another episode of the Crafty Nomad podcast. So this one is not as vloggy, just because I really have not had a whole lot of mojo. I know there's a few reasons for it, but I think I have been knitting, I have crocheted, just not a whole lot. So today's video, I think part of it, I'm still coming down from finishing those big projects. I want to say thank you to everybody who has watched all of the Seasonal Yearning YouTube Hop 2023 Spring Edition videos that have popped up. If you didn't know, we do have 18 videos, and there will be a playlist that I'll try to pop up in one of these corners for y'all. Or I'll just link it in the description box below, so you can go and enjoy it. It's these ladies outdid themselves, and I say ladies because we don't have any dudes yet. Like, we need some dudes to be a part of this. So if you know some male crocheters, knitters that want to possibly be a part of this hop, send them my way. Anyway, thank you for joining me for this episode of the Crafty Nomad the Crafty Nomad podcast. So this is like, I used to do my videos like this, just sit down, no vloggy style, camera always on me. And I like doing it this way, but I really do like taking you on the journey, and I hope you like that too. But anyway, for today, we're just going to show some whips. I don't have any finishes you guys haven't already seen. So I'm just going to show you the little bit of knitting and crocheting that I have done this week. I'm going to give you a sneak peek of the Seasonal Yearning YouTube Hop 2023 Summer Edition project. Yes, I did. I started. I didn't do a lot, but I did start because the idea popped into my head, and I said, well, let's just get going. And for me, guys, I get easily distracted, and I could lose my mojo. And so I really do have to start these projects quite early if I have hope of finishing in time for reveal day. Anyway, so just so you know where to find me on the socials, everything will be linked in the description box below. But I am at Kim the Crafty Nomad on Instagram. And on Instagram, I am actually participating in the hashtag 100-day project, where I am posting a video. I'm actually making a reel every day. And my project that I chose was reading physical books and sock knitting for the next 100 days. Now, we started on February 22nd. Our last day is June the 1st. So today is actually day 31. We have already posted that video, which I will maybe put a link in the description box below so you can go over and check it out. But they're really short little snippets. The books that I'm currently reading, I don't have it over here, but I'm reading The Light We Carry by Michelle Obama. The book that I already finished was The Purpose Path by Nicholas Pierce. And I read a little bit of a snippet of anything that has jumped out of the page for me during that reading session. If I don't have anything in particular that sort of hits home, then I just chat a little bit. But you do see me working on my socks. Okay, so I have 2 pairs of socks going right now, and I'm going to show you those as whips. But anyway, so at Kim the Crafty Nomad on Instagram. On Ravelry, I am Pettis Kim Knits, Pettis Knits. Pettis Kim Pettis Kim Knits. Okay, it will be linked down below. I have an Etsy shop called Ebony Pearl. I'm sorry, it's called Ebony Pearl. It will be linked as well. And what else? Email, Facebook group for the podcast, and all of that will all be linked below for your convenience. All right. And I hope to link the things that I talk about. So again, I have 3 different whips that I'm going to show you. I am going to show you, the rest is really going to be hauls, things that I have either purchased purchased were given to me, and then a sneak peek of my project coming up. Okay, so here we go. So I've been working on the socks, and this is the sock that I finished one pair already with the 100-day project. You guys have seen those. That's the purpley pink socks that we have already shared here. And then I am now working on this sock. This is gonna be a afterthought heel sock. So I'm just knitting the tube. I started up here. I did some ribbing, and then I knit it for my leg to a certain point. And then I added in a scrap piece of yarn so I could come back later and put the heel in. And then I just kept on knitting. And I think I'm going to actually like this process a lot better than even the magic heel. Because you don't have to do the heel flap and gusset. And, you know, I've done afterthought heel before. I'm using a tutorial from the Knit Girls, and it is Leslie and Laura's podcast. They've been doing it forever. They are on episode like over 600 episodes, and they did several years ago a tutorial which I followed, that I'm following, on how to get this heel in. Anyway, I'm at toe decreases. I've only done one because I haven't really worked on this. My goal is to finish this whole thing this weekend and then cast on for the next sock. And then what I'm going to do is do both the heels at the same time. So that's this one. And I am using yarn bowls. I never use my yarn bowls, and I have 3. So this is the unicorn I rescued, and that is where that sock sits. This is Knit Picks. I think we already talked about this, but Knit Picks. It's not Stroll, is it? I want to say Stroll, but that's not what it is. I did all the research, and I mentioned it in another video, and I can't remember right now. But it's a discontinued color and a discontinued yarn. They don't do this sock yarn anymore at Knit Picks, but I've had it for a while. So that is the first one. Then the next sock, because I'm ready for toe decreases on this one, I went ahead and started the next sock so that I could have something to knit and read with, because I really have to be doing simple knitting, and I can't be having to decrease. Although, as I did one of the toe decreases today, I'm thinking I probably could have just worked on this sock, because every other row is plain knitting. When you're decreasing for the toes, you do the decreases on one round, then you do plain knitting on the next, and most of the knitting is plain. So I probably could have done it, but anyway, I digress. So this is Lion Brand Sockies yarn in the colorway Red Hots. Again, I don't know why they call this Red Hots. Very much a fall color. My favorite part of the colorway are these shots of this coral, this fluorescent coral color. I love that. And yeah, and that little white shot only comes up every once in a while. So I'm enjoying doing these socks. I always cast on, because I have a fairly big foot, I cast on 72 stitches. And then so I'm then divided them in half. I will divide them in half and do the decreases and down to something like 12 stitches, something like that. Anyway, I wing it a lot with these. I just got the basic thing down. It's just a vanilla sock, and I'm just doing an afterthought heel on this one likely as well. So that's where we're at with that. I'm gonna make this one slightly shorter, so I'm probably about ready practically to put in that afterthought heel on this one. I might do another inch, and if I do another inch, so let's see, let's see, well, if I do another inch, I'm gonna be exactly the same length. Maybe another ½ inch to make this one a little bit shorter. I don't know. We'll see. But I will say that this yarn, this Lion Brand yarn, is very rusticy feeling. And this one, I mean, they're both wool. They're both sock yarn. They have a, I don't know the actual percentages, but you know, usually sock yarn is 75-25 or 80-20. The 80 or 75 being the wool, and the rest of it being nylon. But for some reason, this one feels much softer. I guess it's a different quality. So for this one, I also have it in a yarn bowl. This is my yarn bowl, my teacup yarn bowl that I got from Hobby Lobby. And at some point, I actually wound that into a cake. At some point, I wound it into a cake. So that's cool. And every time I look at this yarn bowl, I think I have a crack. And I'm going to show you why. Because the way they made it, so it's like a teacup, right? And there's our tab for the tea bag. And then when you turn it in, there's the tea bag on the inside. But every time I see this little white, I think I have a crack. But nope. That is just how this thing is made. All right. So let me put that back. And yeah, so that is one project. And then I am going to take you outside in the next clip, and I will show you the work that I've been able to do on the scrappy granny square Afghan that I'm making. All right, so hold on a second, and we'll go outside, and then we'll be right back here in a few minutes. Okay, hold on. All right, guys, I am outside. I'm showing you my rope basket. That thing cost me $15. I was like, why? Why are you selling it so cheaply? The guy said he had a lot of them on his hands and he was trying to get them out. But I bought that at that festival where I saw Jamie from Parlez-Vous Crochet. And I just got to say, this blanket looks so good in the sunlight. I love all the colors. I would like a few more bold colors, jewel tones, reds, hot pinks, and I'll be scrounging around to add that kind of stuff into it, but it's coming along great. I have been trying to do a little bit of a variegated and then a solid, but I don't have a lot of variegated, so we'll see how that continues to progress. Yeah, I thoroughly enjoy it, and I think right now I don't even have, I have one variegated, I think, in the basket. I have a lot of the yarns down in the basket. I'm going to go ahead and show you that as soon as I can get myself together here, trying to pick up the things that dropped. So yeah, there are some of the yarns I am using, but I'll continue to collect them up. Showing you a little close up here. That orange is fantastic. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed seeing those projects. We're going to move on now to talk about our all the haulage. Okay, so I've not been buying yarn. I have been seeing everybody's videos regarding, excuse me, the Hobby Lobby clearance sale, which apparently they have jumped into earlier, because usually, if I'm not mistaken, this is something that kind of happens around like June. At least here, it's usually June. But I'm not interested in buying any yarn right now. And you're gonna be like, but Kim, how do you have a haul? Well, I'll tell you in a minute. I did not buy it. Okay, I did not buy it. But hold on. Let's get to this. Oh, before I do the haul though, let me give you a sneak peek of my Seasonal Yarn and YouTube Hop 2023 Summer Edition project. Hold on, I'm coming right back. I'm just gonna lean out, and then I'm gonna lean back in. All right, so this is a project bag that I made. And I feel like with the ladybugs, it's quite summery. Now this actually is one of the very few bags that I have made using an actual pattern, like a paper pattern where I cut the pieces out. It did not come out like I wanted, but I really wanted to try making something with a rounded bottom instead of a squared off bottom. And it worked out, but none of my seams are matching. So I've not made it. I still think I have the pattern like back here somewhere, but I've not made it again. This was one of my earlier efforts. And yeah, as such, it's not the bestest, but it does work. So that is your sneak peek. I have my Seasonal Yarn and YouTube Hop 2023 Summer Edition project housed right here in this bag. Okay, so there you go. That's all I'm showing it. Let's see what's on the inside. Oh, well, Pam will like this. I could at least show you that it's hot pink on the inside. And she will also like this anyway because it's ladybugs and she loves ladybugs and pink things. Okay, so here we go. Let's go with the haulage. I'm gonna move my yarn bowl over there, and I'm gonna show you. I have 3 books, and some Happy Mail and a couple other things to show you. But anyway, let's start with the books that I have not shared. Some of this is because of the hashtag AMIGURUMI books collab we did. I have so many views on that, and I have so many books already, and hopefully it inspired you guys to get more books. But even with all the books that I have, I still was inspired to get a couple more. So here you go. AMIGURUMI Monsters 2. I had to get it. Lots of people showed it, and I just had to get it so I can work on some of these. I do have a whole plan for this book. So AMIGURUMI Monsters 2. I don't think I'm gonna get 1. I kept looking to see if I think I need 2, but I think 1. Do I need the first book? But I think 1 is enough for me. Some cute stuff in here. Look at this, guys. Dee Dee the Donut Monster. Can y'all see Dee Dee without me showing you the pattern? I hope. I love Dee Dee. But yeah, I just wanted to get this one. There's some cool stuff in here. So I got that one. Next. You guys, I have not even made anything from the first edition of this book, but I had to get the second because I know that I will eventually make something. But this one is called More Crochet Iconic Women. AMIGURUMI Patterns for 15 Incredible Women Who Changed the World by Carla Mitrani. Okay, so I actually already own the AMIGURUMI book, the first one. And this one, oh my goodness, I'm so glad I pre-ordered it. And let me just tell y'all something about pre-orders. I mean, I don't know if it pays. It helps for the author, but you pre-order a book and then you look up on Amazon later after the book is released and there's so much less. I don't know about that. But anyway, I mean, you should get a break for pre-ordering. Okay? That's what I think. Anyway, I love the book. I'm happy that I have it. And let me turn it around so you can see all the women. I love this book because these dolls come out a really good size. At least the ones I've seen people making. And like most of these, let me tell you, these yarns that they are using are smaller yarns. It looks like they are using either DK or sport weight. They're using a 2.5 millimeter hook. I always use worsted weight yarns, and I always use a 3.5 or 3.75, and so mine will be bigger. But for instance, they're saying that Anne Frank here, if you could see her, is going to be 7.5 inches tall. So you know she's going to be much bigger if and when I do her. So many great ones in here. They've got Helen Keller. Look at this. They got Ella Fitzgerald, which is fantastic. Oh my gosh. Let me just show one more because I really want to know who it is. Oh, I think it's Victoria maybe? Let's see. Sorry, gang. Okay. Who is that? It's Queen Elizabeth, sorry. Queen Elizabeth. The redhead. And she is on page 42. It totally reminds me of the movies. You see her? Look at her. I mean, she'd be fun to make just because of the hair color. Anyway, Dolly Parton's in here. So lots of folks up in here. I am happy I got that book. The other book that I got, Supersize Crochet Animals 20 Adorable AMIGURUMI Sized to Snuggle. I have another book similar to this, but y'all know I like to make big AMIGURUMI. And some of these you might just have, you can make it with blanket yarn or you can hold double, but like for instance, oh Like, I really like this guy, this particular thing here, this Flora the Flamingo. She's made with a woolly stick and quick, and then fish the gopher faux for her wings. But I think she's gorgeous. Can you see her without me showing y'all the whole pattern? I'm sorry, but if you're just that gangster that you're going to come and screenshot some of this stuff just so you don't have to pay for the pattern, you are a gangster. And I cannot be fighting with you. Okay, anyway. She is going to be... it says the skill level is easy. But they don't really tell me how tall the girl is. But here she is sitting next to a child. So she's pretty big. Anyway, I was interested in this book. Pretty fun, pretty interesting. And then there's one more book that I want to show you. Hold on. Okay, I forgot what YouTuber I was watching that enabled me. Y'all know I did not need to buy this book. I have so many gnome patterns. I don't know why I bought it, really, because it wasn't cheap, and it's okay with the quality of the book. The pages almost feel like newsprint, but they're thicker than that. They're better than that. But there's some cute stuff in there. But the one that got me was the one that the YouTuber showed. And I forgot her name. I will put it across the screen once I remember it. But I thought this one was super cute. I made a lot of gnomes last year. And y'all know I got so many patterns. I don't know why I bought this book. But I bought it. And it's cute. And I will make stuff from it. I got this one on Amazon. I will link down below. Okay, so that's it for the books. Then I got some Happy Mail that I wanted to share with you. So you guys, I showed you the vintage Barbie patterns that I got from Melanie, from Melanie's Crochet and More. And after I bought them is when I figured out what I wanted to do with them, which is make the ones for, this is from the, what is it called? The Antebellum series, which I really don't like that. It just gives me a bad vibe. But I love the patterns, guys. And Melanie sent me, she gifted me. So what I decided to do is that I want to do, for my niece, I want to do me and my mother, my sister, and my niece's birthday months. I've already shown you that I purchased the December ones for my birthday, the October one for my mom's birthday. My niece and my sister are September and June. And I did not, when she was selling this stuff and I was on her pop-up sale, her live sale, I wasn't thinking of this plan. So then I went back and said, do you have these? And she hadn't sold them, and she gifted them to me. Thank you so much, Melanie. I appreciate it. So this, wow, June is elaborate. Look at June. Wow. Again, it is from Annie's Attic. And this is the Antebellum collection. And they did it for different years. And so I don't know right now. I think they did it for different years because she had more than one style for each month when she was selling. This one is from 1991. And this, again, this is June. Very pretty. And then September. Wow, my God, this stuff is so elaborate. This is also, well, she is not necessarily from, yeah, she's Miss September from 1991 as well. So this is September. Now, I don't know how, I hope in these patterns they're going to tell me how to poof it out like that. I'm sure they will. But would you just look at her bonnet? I absolutely love these style dolls. I don't necessarily, as an African-American human being, wished to be in those times, because for me and my folks, it wasn't a good time. Hold on one second. Sorry guys, Alexa went off. We had an alarm set. Everything's fine. Okay, so anyway, what I'm saying.
Playing from Steven's iPhone.
Hold on guys. Anyway guys, these patterns are pristine. But again, what I was saying, oh look, I see how they do it. You make a pillow form. See that? Okay, that's how you make her poofy. But look at the bonnet. Can you guys see the bonnet? Oh, don't show you the pattern. Whatever. Okay, anyway, I think that she stayed under the tanning lamp a little bit too long, but anyway, I absolutely think these are beautiful. It's going to be a challenge for me because I will be using thread, and I usually don't use crochet thread. But I have never seen Annie Potter before. And let me see if she's on the inside of this one too. Oh, yeah, look at there. There's Annie Potter. Okay. I just know Annie's attic, but there's Annie Potter herself. Okay, so anyway, that's what I got from Mel. Thank you so much. I'm excited to be able to work on these, and I'm going to try to think about them sort of like in a Bridgerton kind of way, I guess. I'm going to try to ignore the antebellum part. I'm sorry. It's a hard thing to think about. But anyway. All right, we're moving on. And we're going to go with the rest of the random. It's a random haul. There is yarn, but I did not buy it. So I told you guys that whenever my husband goes out to anywhere really, he does come back with things for me and things for Jordan always. So this time he went to Daiso again, and so I have some Daiso yarn, which I'm going to use, I think. Usually I share it out. But he brought a very interesting gadget as well from Daiso. But let me show you the yarn. So this, I tried to look at it and find the English stuff. But this is, they call it mole yarn. But it's blanket yarn. And you have to, and it's in the colorway blue-gray. So blues and grays. And then, so it's a variegated with blues and grays. And this one, the mole yarn is made in China. It's 100% polyester, and you get 19.68 yards in each. I have two. I think I can make an octo, like this fella here. I think I'm going to try that with these two, okay? So that's those. Then we've gotten the cotton before, which I have given away, but this time, I think I'm going to try to make some washcloths, maybe even knit them. This is, and on the mole yarn, there was nowhere where you could see the weight of the yarn. It just says regular weight. Don't know what that means, but I think it's about a 5, okay? So it's like, it's blanket yarn, but I think it's more of a 5 than a 6. All right, so that's that. This one is 100% recycled cotton. I'm going to try to make some washcloths out of this one. And it says it's summer yarn, which makes sense because if you're going to make a garment, you kind of want to use a thinner, especially in crochet. Cotton is great because it breathes, and this one is thinner. Now, it does not tell you, or at least I can't find it in English, the weight of this yarn. But I think it's about, okay, so I think it's like a DK. So it's 100% cotton. You get 131 yards, just over 131 yards in each one. It is a 50-gram ball. They suggest a 3mm to 4mm hook and needle. And this particular one is actually made in China. Oh, it's saying a number 5 or a number 6. I don't have any hooks over here. Any hooks? No hooks, no hooks. Yeah, no hooks. Okay, with that can help me. Okay, anyway, so I got 2 of those, and I think these are going to be washcloths. Maybe I will do one knitted one and one crochet one. We will see. So there you go. This one, I have given away one of these too. This one is called Mix Cake. This one, let's see, it's an 80-gram ball. You get, let's see. It says, again, normal weight, but it's like a worsted, I think. Hand wash, do not bleach, do not tumble dry, lay flat to dry. I was trying to find, it's 100% acrylic. I did find that. And you get 135 yards in this cake. I am going to make something with this one. And I think it's going to be some kind of an amigurumi. Maybe another one of these guys. Buddy Bear 2.0. We'll see. Because it's 131. It's got all kind of numbers on here. Oh, so what it says for the crochet hook, and for the knitting needle, it's like 4.5 to 5 millimeters is what they are suggesting. And yeah, but anyway, the what's interesting about this one, it is made in Turkey, and you can tell it is very soft, just like almost all the yarns that we encounter that are made, the acrylics that are made in Turkey are premium in general. But yeah, it's got the browns, it's got some turquoise, and it's all twisted with white together. I think this would make a really cute amigurumi. If it wasn't for the turquoise, I would call that a Neapolitan colorway. Let's see, they put a colorway. It's called macaroons. Macaroons is the colorway. All right. The other two things I got, crochet thread. They call it lacy yarn. This one is in the colorway rose red. This was in the colorway purple. And this is going to be great to make those bag blinks. And I'm going to try, if I can get the camera right, I'll make one using one of these. And I will show you how I did it. But there is also a tutorial that I linked in that previous video if you don't want to wait for me. So that's what I'm going to use those for, okay? So that's all the yarn. Again, I did not buy it, okay? I did not buy it. I'm trying my best. I did buy yarn 3 times so far this year. The first one, a specific project coming up, you will not see it until much later in the year. But I wanted to have everything that I needed so that when the time came and I was able to work on this specific project, and it's just say I got everything I needed so that I will be ready when the time comes. It's a project that I am going to work on in the summertime, but you will not see it until the second half of the year. The other yarn I bought, I freaked out. I didn't read the pattern well for the stitch meditation shawl, and as I was working it, I was like, there is no way that this yarn is going to be enough. So I did end up freaking out, bought 2 balls of it on Amazon, and then when I read the pattern, I was like, oh, I didn't actually need these 2. So those will go in a giveaway coming up here soon. Probably gonna go in the giveaway for the seasonal yarn YouTube hop. And the other yarn that I did buy, you guys saw it in a haul that I did not use at all, is the Lion Brand Pound of Love in the colorway Cherry that I bought for the blanket because I thought I wasn't going to have enough. Turns out I had enough. So those last 2 that I mentioned, I didn't even need to buy those. So we will decide. I think the only reason why I'm hesitant on giving away the I'll probably give it away because I'm just thinking the shipping is gonna be crazy on the Pound of Love, but you know, I'm just gonna give it away. All right, so be on the lookout for that. So anyway, that's it for that. Oh, and the final thing. This was the most interesting thing that he bought, that he found, and I can't wait to try, and I hope I don't break it. But it's a pom-pom and tassel rolling maker. Look at that. If I can figure out how to use this, I'll get another one and give it away. But look at that. It's got the directions on the back, and there's English. So we're going to figure this one out. But you sort of crank up everything, and apparently you cut it. Yep, you crank it up, you tie it up, and then you cut it. Yeah, it looks like it's going to be pretty simple as long as it cranks well. As long as I don't break it trying to get the yarn on. So that was super interesting. All right. So the rest of this stuff is just random stuff that I got for different crafts that I'm going to do in the future. So let's get going. Let me show you. Finally, I got some glitters because I don't know if I showed you guys this in a haul. Let me start with this. This is a mushroom jar mold for resin. And I saw so many cute ones. And I want to make them, and therefore I bought that. I'm going to be using these glitters in resin. So I got this from, I'm one of these suckers that buy stuff that comes up on my Instagram feed. Anyway, this is called Glitter Makes It. This is from a company called Glitter Makes It, and this one is called Mermaid's Tail. Ooh, very pretty. And speaking of pretty, this one is called Pretty in Pink. I didn't need it. Just a sucker. This one is called Aurora Sparkle. So I got those. Okay, they will be used. They will be used. One thing I know about me, in general, I'm going to use the things that I buy. It may not be right away. It may be years. Like for instance, my Cricut maker, I haven't opened it, but I will eventually get it open and get working on it. Okay, anyway, let's move on. I had this idea after I made the bag bling. I want to make a specifically color themed bling. I have a whole plan for it. So I found this bag of beads, bubblegum beads, on Amazon. So many different variations and just the right colors for what I needed. Then from AliExpress, these are to use for the bag bling as well. These are wax string. I don't know what you call it. Wax something. Anyway, I got it in 3 colors. Black, which the big bag of nylon thread that I used did not have a black. So anyway, I got this in black and white and orange. All right, very affordable on AliExpress. Then more things for the making the blingy blings. This one is I'm not gonna be able to show you these really well. I don't know if you can see them. So this is what real YouTubers do. They like do this kind of thing so you can see. This is rondelles in a rhinestone. And this one, same, but the rhinestone is super colorful, very pretty. You can see that difference. Some other rondelles I got. These are like little flowers. All one bag full of silver. And then a mixed bag with some silver, some gold, some copper, and some pewter or gunmetal. And then I did go ahead and grab some more of these heart clasps, a bag of white, a bag of multi, and a bag of blue. Now, the white ones, I hate to say it, but as soon as I opened the bag, 3 of them one was already broke, and the next 2 just broke. So I don't know if it was the packaging or what. I don't think it was user error. Anyway, these types of things. Okay, that's it. I think that's it. That's all. That's everything. Let's end this video. I will talk back to you guys soon. I thought it would be a shorter video because I hadn't done a lot. But with the haulage that I've gotten over the last several months that I haven't shown you guys, this has gone on way too long. So, If you like what you have seen and experienced here on this channel, please consider subscribing. And also hit the notification bell if you do subscribe, so that you will be notified each time I upload a new video. And you want to check the fully filled in bell, the solid bell, so you'll get every notification. All right, when you subscribe and that's all you do, you're gonna get some notifications every once in a blue, but if you hit the solid bell, so you'll get notified each time. At least that's what they say happens in theory. I don't know if it really happens. Thank you for coming. Thank you for returning. Thank you if you're new. I just really appreciate you guys. Again, I've said it for many, many years. You have so many choices here on YouTube. You can be doing anything with your time. The fact that you took a minute to sit here with me and chat about crafting is something that I'm super grateful for. So thank you. And I'll see you in the next video. In the meantime, keep it crafty, guys. Bye.